said there was no evidence that marijuana was harmful.
Well, it wasn't the doctors that made it illegal.
Right, no, it was Harry Anslinger in Congress. And then in 1942, when it was finally removed from the U.S. Pharmacopoeia, the LaGuardia report was issued. Mayor Fiorella LaGuardia of New York brought together a group of experts to answer the question, does it cause mental illness? Does it cause increased crime? And the answers were no.
Now, as far as you know, are they using it to help mentally ill people? Because from what I've heard, that it has a very soothing in research or something.
You can't use, yeah.
You have to prove that it's good first, right?
Yeah, no, I think, an interesting answer to your question perhaps is the fact that many of the people who are sort of phobic about marijuana say that it leads to schizophrenia. And I think
instead of calming it, instead of having the opposite
I think
effect,
what we really know is that's not the case. That adolescents who seem to have a bit of a thought disorder, perhaps pre-schizophrenia, find that smoking marijuana helps their thought disorder, and therefore you have more people who are schizophrenic who found that they can self-medicate with marijuana, and they smoke marijuana. It's not that marijuana is causing the schizophrenia, it's that these people have discovered this as a potential therapy for their thought disorder.
There are thousands of people out there that are self-medicating.
More than thousands, I would guess.
Millions, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I had heard there were about 200 different afflictions that it had some positive benefit to. Do you know of any other medicine like that that's natural, that doesn't hurt you very much by using it, that has so many good results?
In a way there's a two-edged sword there, because modern medicine, under the pharmaceutical-based paradigm, has been looking for targeted therapy. So instead of looking for a medicine that can treat nausea, vomiting, loss of appetite, depression, pain, anxiety,
and it's natural, and you can grow it in your garden, and you don't have to buy it.
We look for something that can block, this enzyme inside the cell's membrane, and so that's, what we're taught is medicine.
In pharmaceuticals. And
the other things are considered snake oil. Anything that can do that many things that effectively makes people a little bit leery.
You'd think that doctors would just insist that they'd know that it's a good thing.
If they haven't had experience with it, they have no way of knowing that. And we live in a society that's dominated by a war on drugs. And
which is really a bad mistake to begin with. Why don't they just legalize everything, and then they wouldn't have any crime?
Well, that's not up to me, and it's not up to you, I guess. And, it would probably, the economy of the nation would probably fall apart when we don't get to incarcerate 800,000 people.
I know, half of our population are in jails just because they're self-medicating. Is every other country in the world